Welcome to the Self-Care Show with Deidre Sanford. Although holistic and alternative healing methods are becoming more and more mainstream, what method is right for you? How do you find a practitioner once you've chosen to explore an alternative therapy? Each week, Deidre will explore a different modality with practitioners who will explain their modality and the benefits they and their clients have received through their sessions. She and her guests may also offer live readings during the show. Now, your host of the Self-Care Show, Deidre Sanford.
Good morning, everybody. I hope that you are doing fantastic. Yes, I am not Deidre. I am Michelle Henderson. I'm a psychic medium. And I just want to thank Deidre so much for allowing me to host this show. And I know that this is all about self-care. And that's exactly what she is having to do right now. So she's had a family emergency and she's taking care of herself. And that is so important. So let's make sure that, we send her prayers and we send her love and hugs and wonderful energy her way, because she's coming home, but she's waiting for a plane. So I hope everything is well there. Come on and jump on. And I see there's a Facebook user on. It doesn't have your name. And what you have to do is give StreamYard permission to use your name. But I'm going to say good morning. I hope that you are doing well. So again, if you don't know me, my name is Michelle Henderson. I am a psychic medium. I'm actually in Texas. I know that doesn't surprise you with my little Texas accent. And I met Deidre in, Florida at a conference there. You just never know who God puts you in your pathway. So again, I am so thankful that she trusts me about being a host of her show. So, but come in, let me know where you were from and what we're going to do today. It's going to be a little bit different because, every host is different. Every psychic is different. Every medium is different. Everybody's different. So it is going to be it's almost like, when you're in school and you're a little kid and the substitute teacher comes in and you're going, oh, I can misbehave or we're going to do something different. Well, I'm not going to misbehave, I promise. But it is going to be a little bit different. She will be back next week. Okay, so it'll be a fantastic show next week. So what I'll do is I do have something to talk about to bring you inspiration. And then I'll do some psychic readings. So, and it will be within about 10 minutes, and I'll do as many people as I can get. Okay. And the psychic readings, I love to use cards. So I may need to switch cameras so that you can see the cards. And we'll do that in just a few minutes. But I really thought about what I wanted to talk to you about. Hey, Lynn, good morning. Good morning. Oh, I love the smile. Now let me know where you are from. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. And also, make sure that you're drinking some coffee or something. This is early in the morning for some. It's later in the morning for some. And so just get that caffeine going. Okay. And we'll have a great time. Okay. So the topic this morning I thought would be wonderful because during the Christmas holidays, sometimes it's hard to take care of yourself. You're taking care of other people, you're buying gifts, you're hustling, bustling, and then sometimes you miss somebody who has passed away or who is no longer with you. I mean, it doesn't have to be, a death that separates you. Sometimes it's your life that changes and you're going through grievance. Well, self-care, the one thing that you can do to take care of yourself is to find joy in your life. And joy, if you look for joy in your life, it will make you so much happier. And with every podcast or every show that I begin, I always do a quote. So I'm going to say a quote about joy. When you recover or discover something that nourishes your soul and brings joy, care enough about yourself to make room for it in your life. And that is by Bolin. Okay. So again, make sure that you have joy and take time out and have joy in your life. I know that during Christmas time, it's like, I had to get that Christmas tree down out of the attic, right? And it's like, oh, it's such a struggle. But then once I put it down and I decorate it, it brings me such joy. And another thing that brings me joy is I really made it into a memory tree. So what I have started doing is getting pictures, ornaments, pictures of things that have happened in my life that I celebrate. And then I put it on the tree. And so it becomes a memory tree. So if you don't have a Christmas tree, you can always do a memory tree as well. So one of my memories this year was my husband and I are empty nesters. Okay. Now, some people can celebrate it. Sometimes it's depressing. But my husband and I went out of town. We went upstate New York and took a picture, and that's what I put on the ornament. And I put empty nesters. And I put 2022. And my daughter saw that and she goes, "That's so depressing, Mom." And I'm going, "Do I look depressed in that picture? I look very joyful." So it depends on your perspective, how you look at it. But anyway, so to bring joy in your life, you can bring the memories. And I tell people to absolutely, also put flowers, buy flowers for yourself. Every time you go to the grocery store, buy flowers that you can put on the tabletop because flowers bring sunshine and they smell so good a lot of times, especially whenever it's, snowing outside. Now, we don't have that in Texas, but if it's snowing and you're seeing, going, "I don't see the grass," well, you can always go and buy flowers and that will also bring joy. Oh, such a great idea. Yes, yes, absolutely. And what I also tell people is, you can buy those fake trees and it doesn't have to be a Christmas tree. And you can leave it in your office and you can decorate it with lights and put anything on it that you want to. Now, if someone has passed away and you want to remember them, you can always tie a ribbon or write their name on it or put their picture on your tree. And it just becomes so much more joyous. And Sylvia says, "I always look at them and I think I should buy those and I don't." I Thank you. Next time I'll buy myself those flowers. Absolutely. Because I love my husband, absolutely love him. And he goes, "I don't have to buy you flowers to tell you I love you." I'm going, "But I want some flowers." So absolutely, you need to give yourself that gift of having those flowers, okay? Because that will bring you joy. All right. So make a joy list as well. So when you make a joy list, when you get depressed or you get down and you don't want to get out of bed, make a joy list so that you have something to refer back to. And there's another thing that I remember, and then I'll stop and we'll start doing some readings, is in the morning. First thing you get up, you get your coffee. And in the olden days, okay, my grandfather would do this and my dad would do this. And they would read the newspaper, and they'd have their coffee, reading the news, the daily news. Now we get on YouTube or streaming services don't do that because news will depress you, especially first thing in the morning, okay? Unless it's very, emergency that you need to. That way you start out your day, with music or something that uplifts you. Because if you listen to news first thing in the morning, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to be a happy, chipper person or very joyful, to say the least. Okay, now if you are seeing yourself, and I don't know, whenever I see Facebook user, especially when we start doing the readings, I won't know your name because you haven't given Facebook permission to give your name. So when you want a reading, you need to let me know your name. Say, "Yes, I want a reading," and put your name out there. Because there's like a couple of Facebook users on here, and I don't know which one I'm reading for, and I don't know how to connect. Okay, so let me tell you how I do readings real quick. Let me get a sip. Okay, so usually what I do whenever I do readings online, all right, and I think we're going to stick with psychic reading today because with mediumship, I really have to get my energy up higher. Now, if spirit comes in, they have a different, message, or they have a message for you and they'll just come in, then yes, I will say, okay, we have spirit here and spirit wants to say this. Because the one thing with mediumship, what is so important is to get that message. Okay. So now with psychic reading, now there's different ways I do this. Now with psychic reading, you can either get a general reading, which means that usually if it's a general reading about your life, then I use what I call spiritual cards, which is my oracle cards. Okay. And then what I do is if you have a specific question about your love life, about your finances, about, relationship, I think I've already said that, I won't, or about your job. I won't do anything about health, okay? Because health is something that is, I would rather you go to a medical doctor, a holistic person that specializes in that. And I always say, whatever question you have, you got to remember you're on Facebook Live, you're on YouTube Live, you're on the radio station here. So everybody is listening to your answer. So make sure that it's okay for people to hear, because, some people don't want other people to know their business. Okay. And they may not be able to connect with you, or know who you are, but you just never know. So I always forewarn people. If somebody does come across through mediumship, I always tell people I cannot promise who comes across, because sometimes you're hoping somebody else comes across, and whoever has the message, those are the ones that will come across first. Okay. All right. So now people are beginning to pop in usually, and it's so hard. Okay. So I feel all of this energy, right? And I'm having all these people say, I want readings, everything. And I know there are a lot of psychic mediums out there when they go live, they're able to choose, and I'm able to choose as well. But as a human and empathetic, I want everybody to be able to get a reading. But because mine usually about takes 5 minutes with live, I'm not sometimes able to get to everybody. And then sometimes when I get to you, you're gone. And it's like, oh my gosh, where did they go? They're no longer live. Okay. So usually what I do is I have a wheel and you put in the word, okay? And I always hate to do this. It's almost a game, but I know that we're also healing. If you are not chosen, just know that you are here for a reason. You are using your love and light for anybody who comes across in your readings, okay? So whoever I'm reading to, send them love because they need healing. And you will hear a message as well, okay? And maybe not an independent individual message, but you'll get something out of this as well. So what I want you to do, and this will go very quickly, and this also helps you participate, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a number, okay? And a number between, and I'm really feeling that spirit is leading me this way. I'm kind of getting validation. And when this happens, I kind of get goosebumps. And it's like, yes, you need to do that. Okay. So I am thinking of a number. So this will really test who's really telepathic out there, right? So I am putting a number out there. And what I want you to do now, you also, if you're getting that Facebook picture without your name, make sure your name is right there. Okay. So pick a number between 1 and 30, and whoever is the closest to the number that I chose, then that will be the reading. And usually spirit will come in and make sure that you get the reading, okay? So go ahead and put your number in the comment section, okay, between 1 and 30. And this way, again, it gives everybody a chance. It gives spirit a chance to come in here and say, okay, this person needs a reading. And then I make sure that you're here, because sometimes, and it's not that sometimes that you want to drop off. Sometimes you get a phone call or you're in the car and you can't do anymore. Oh my gosh, both of you did 11. Isn't that interesting? Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I'm going to give it a few more minutes because there is usually a lag. Okay. And then once I pick you, tell me what reading that you want. Okay. If you want a psychic reading, a general reading, or if you actually have a question. Okay, so I will show you the number. The number was 25, okay? So Cassie, let's go ahead and do you. So Cassie, if you have Cassie Castle, okay? So if you have a question or if it's a general reading, let me know. And while she does that, I'm going to get a cup of coffee. And yeah, and as you put your number, make sure that you have a question already, or if it's just a general reading, we can do that as well. Okay, Cassie, I'm going to give you a few more seconds and then oh, and also, if you are chosen, make sure that you loosen up. Make sure that you allow me to read your energy to come in. Okay, Psychic General. Okay, let me, because I've got 3 different decks here. Oh, girl. Okay, so I'm really feeling some good energy. Thank you for allowing me to connect with you. It's like I was really feeling calm. You actually calmed me down a little bit. It's like calm. All right, so okay, so I'm really feeling that I am going to choose my spiritual cards with you, and I'll show you what I get. And what I normally do is I look at your past, present, what you need to work for presently, and then what you need to make it a habit right now. Okay, and I like doing that because it kind of gives you the stepping stones of where you need to go on your journey. Okay, Cassie. Okay. Okay, as I'm filling into you, Cassie, you're still just very patient. It's like, I don't know if people have told you if you're like the most patient person in the world. All right, so, oh, okay. So in the past, and I absolutely love this for you. A lot of times, especially with people that are empaths or very calm, you've had to raise your standards. Okay. And in other words, I think a lot of people have like, almost run over you and you're going, wait a minute, I need to finally raise my standards to where I need to be stronger. And I want to have that respect for myself and I want people to have respect for myself. So that is something that you've worked on in the past. Sometimes you may still get triggered, but definitely keep those standards up so people can actually see you. Okay. Now, presently, what you need to work on, okay, is celebrate, let go, and have fun. All right, because you are such an emotional person, okay, you may be calm. Your energy is very calm. But a lot of times you don't celebrate those things for you because you're not, again, looking at joy for you. So you need to definitely dig into the inner self and really treat yourself and celebrate those great times. Don't celebrate just everybody else, celebrate yourself, okay? And then in the future, oh, I love this. Okay, so in the future, Archangel Raphael is with you, okay? So anytime you need some type of direction and you need some type of answer, bring in those angels, okay? Ask those angels to give you an answer and give you guidance, okay? And they will, but you have to ask for that guidance, okay? Because they will not come in unless you give them permission. All right, my dear, I hope I'm going to leave you with that. And I hope that this helps you in love and light. And I hope it gives you guidance for the present, future. Okay. And everybody else, you can send her love with your energy. You can put icons with little hearts, whatever you want to do. All right. So let's go ahead and do the next one. And let me think of a number. And remember, get ready for those questions. Okay, so between 1 and, oh, so I love it. I love it. All those little icons. Okay, so between 1 and 30. Okay, put in a number between 1 and 30. Cassie, you're welcome. And you know what? Hopefully, that resonates with you. It just comes, spirit just, and I just know what I need to say a lot of times. All right. So Lynn has 4, Silva. And if you're coming in just now, if you want a reading, make sure you put in a number that I wrote down. I'm going to show you between 1 and 30. Give it just a few minutes. All right. So guess what it was? You're a mind reader. All right, Silva. Let me know what type of reading you want, or if you have a question. Yeah, it's interesting. Y'all knew I went down because it's like I went up closer to 30 and then I went down, and y'all knew the trick of the trade. That's good. Either that or you're reading into my energy. So that's awesome. Okay, so Silva, will I get a job soon? Go for creative or something else. Okay. So what I'm going to do with you, my dear, is I'm going to actually use my Lenormand cards. Okay. And what Lenormand cards are, they're kind of fortune telling, and they can ask specific questions. And sometimes it's a little scary. But with you, because I have to do more cards, I'm going to switch my camera so you won't see me. All right. So, and what I do is I activate a card and then look for it, and the cards tell a story. And I'll explain in just a few minutes. There may be a little lag. Okay, so here are my Lenormand cards. I'm going to activate the fish for you, okay? And then I'll also see what I can get from Spirit about being creative. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be looking for the fish. And again, the story is around the fish, the answers are. Okay. All right, awesome. All right, so this is the main card, okay, or the fish. The one over here, okay, this is like your stable, a tree can be stable. A tree can also mean spiritual health. It can mean your health, okay? So what I'm really feeling is because the moon is your emotions, your spirituality. Because sometimes we can be very emotional, which can affect our health, okay? So whenever you're looking, the main thing is about the job. So what you need to look for is you need to look for the job that really brings in less stress, because stress for you, my dear, really brings you down and it will interfere with your health. Okay, so you need definitely the job. And when you say creative, okay, or something else, so creative for you might actually be really good, because when you create something, that also brings down your stress levels. Okay. But when you look on this other side, okay, this is a mountain. It means that you're going to have a lot of tribulations. And I think you know this. I think it's what I'm really feeling from you. It's like, oh, here I go again, right? And spirit is actually getting you ready for something. Okay. You may feel like you're going through a lot of tribulations, but a lot of times we do, and there's always a reason for it. You're in jobs that you're learning things from. Okay. So you're going to learn some type of unknown knowledge that's out there, and it's all going to make sense. But what I would do in the meantime is I would educate myself and go in the direction that you want to go, is really find knowledge that you don't have right now so that you can actually expand your job search. And it is, okay, I'm also on a spiritual path. Yes. So even though you're on a spiritual path and you feel into it, you also need to do research to see what you're missing. Okay. And definitely meditate over this and really connect in to see where you need to go. But because you are on a spiritual path, that's why, your emotions are getting to you when you don't like your job. So I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope this resonates with you. But yeah, so finding a creative job for you will be the most important thing. That's what I'm really feeling for you. And definitely, go where spirit takes you, but it also may mean that you need to have knowledge so that you can be successful, because we can be spiritual all we want, but you also need to have that business mind as well. Okay, Sylvia? Okay, makes sense. And yes, lots of mountains to climb. We all have to, especially in the spiritual business, because that's who you are going to help. Okay. All right. So I guess it's time for me to pick another number. All right. And let's stick between 1 and 30. I think that's an awesome, awesome thing. Okay. Okay. I just heard this number, so I'm going to stick to this number. So go ahead and put in a number between 1 and 30 if you want a reading. And I've got 2 Facebook users that said 29. So if I pick 29, I'll get you to do your name. I don't know if you don't see that, you may not. And Lynn is picking 12. Okay. All right. So we're going to do one more reading. I'm going to do, it's actually Lynn's reading because I picked 2. Okay. So this time I kind of went down further even. So I'm going to go ahead and do Lynn's reading, and then we're going to take a 2-minute break after that. But let me go ahead and do Lynn's reading. Lynn, give me your question, or if it's a general reading. And while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and take a sip. Am I getting back to writing? Oh my gosh. Oh, any advice? Okay, I'm sorry. I have a little icon that's over you. I think it grammar. Okay. Okay, so you're getting back to writing. Okay, thank you. Yeah, any advice? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras once again. Okay. And what I do whenever you don't hear me is I'm seeing what card that I need to pull out of, and then I'll get a message, okay, to give you the most information that you need. So what I actually did is, this is the card that I was going to pull out, and I love how it's always at the end like that. So I'm going to use the cards that surround it. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So this is you writing. Okay. This is what you love to do, because, and the reason why I say that is because you got a locket here, and this is your passion. This is what you love to do. Okay. So I think I already have your answer here, because I'm really feeling that is something that you do a lot, and you isolate yourself whenever you do the writing. Okay. Which, you isolate yourself so that that creative process can work. And I think that sometimes takes a toll on you. So what I'm really feeling is you need to, make goals so that you're not writing all the time and you're not worn out from it. You need to take a break, because on this side, this is exactly what you're trying to figure out. So it's very cloudy right now. Okay. And you're unsure what to do. And what this means, the ring is commitment. So the question is, okay, and it's so interesting, is should I commit to writing? And then you go on this side, and the answer is yes, because this is your passion and this is your love. So you definitely need to get back to writing. And I'm really feeling that there are things in life that keeps getting in your way. And again, if you can spend an hour a day, 30 minutes a day writing, make sure that you do so you don't burn yourself out. Okay. So again, pace yourself. So Lynn, I hope that this helps you in love and light. And I hope it answers your question. Keep doing, get that. I don't want to say pen and paper because it's always on computer now. Okay, so before I do the next number, we're going to take a short break. So get work on.
Brandon Wainwright is an animal lover, author, energy healer, and former police officer. In April of 2018, he and his family lost their dog Tyson to a brain tumor. It was an inevitable experience that comes with being a pet owner, but it was devastating nonetheless. Tyson's Gift: How an 8-pound canine became a man's greatest spiritual guide. In the story of Tyson's life, from his entry into the lives of Brandon and his wife Misha, to his equally impactful departure and continued spiritual influence, Tyson's beautiful story will entertain and comfort readers of all backgrounds. Get your copy at tysonsgift.com. That's tysonsgift.com, or wherever books are sold. From its beginnings, Used was created to unleash the excellence of nature's healing powers and bring them to people everywhere. With almost 90 years in the market, they are considered a worldwide pioneer in complete herbal wellness therapy. All Swiss Used products are natural, essential oil-based, pleasant, and harmonious. They are extracted from plants and herbs with the latest technology to ensure the best results. Swiss Used Live Healthy with consultant Stephanie will guide you in the right direction to find the perfect essential products just for you. For example, have an upset tummy? Try our soothing chamomile that has not only been used by many, but trusted for years. Keep in mind, you just can't get these amazing oils at your local shopping center. They're just too special. For that, you need a connection. And that connection is Stephanie. Want some? Then head on over to Facebook and search Swiss Used Live Healthy. That's Swiss Used Live Healthy, and contact Stephanie today.
All right, so that was our little break. Now, I did want to tell you, if you are new, if you're from my Facebook page or YouTube page, and you are new to WLTK-DB, I would go ahead, I would give you advice to look at all the different shows that are on this talk show. They have Facebook, they're on YouTube, they have a web page. They go out to a lot of places. So, and there is a show for everybody. And there are different psychic mediums that do readings. There are metaphysical things, if you want to look at aliens, or so a lot of information out there that you may want. So this is a one-shop, where you can find everything. And as I was on break, I was reading Lynn's message, and it finally hit me. Sometimes whenever I do readings and I read the question, I'm, listening to spirit at the same time. And sometimes it happens for a reason, but I see that she said, well, I am getting back to writing. That wasn't her question. So she was getting back to writing, but if she has any advice. So now I get it. Okay. So, all right. So let's go ahead and do the next reading. So what I want you to do is, and especially if you're popping in and to the show right now, is think of a number so that we can see who is going to be read next. So pick a number between 1 and 30, and it's as close as my number, then you will be the one that I will read next. And again, this just kind of helps spirit to kind of step in and say that person needs to do so. Or if we see, if you're a telepathic, it's like, oh, I got it. So you just never know. And I'm keeping it in my head. Just in case you can, because energy is energy, you can read. All right. I see some new faces. So hello, everybody. I'm going to give it just a few more seconds for the time delay. All right. So it was 21. So Angela, you were the one that was closest to it. So if you want a general reading, let me know if it's general or if you have a question that you want answered about the different areas of your life, let me know. And Angela, I'm trying to take, yeah. I was tapping into your energy. Now I see your icons. But what I'm really feeling from your energy right now is excitement. Okay. So what I want you to do, because sometimes we get excited, you tend to block, believe it or not, just take a couple of deep breaths so that we can get you a good reading. Okay. And if you just want general, I'm going to be pulled for the oracle cards. And I'm really being pulled. Okay. And I'm not going to switch cameras with these cards because I can show you the cards. It's not real important, but I will do your past, present, and immediate future, what you need to be working on. Okay. And I was really pulled with these cards, and these cards look at different chakra colors, and it's kind of like a healing for you. And so the chakras is what we're looking at for you. Okay. Okay, girl, good for you. I can kind of feel you opening up more and more. Okay. And I love this show because you get a lot of empaths, you get a lot of energy workers, and that's when I can really feel the energy coming across, is if you're used to working with energy. Okay, so this is something. Oh my goodness, this is so interesting because this is a different deck. And I know this happens every time. We get a lot of the same people and that need basically the same thing. That's why I think there's common ground. We are like one whenever you come into the show. So this also happened to somebody else that I read, but this is a completely different deck. So boundaries, okay? And let me read into this what I really feel like it's for you. Oh, okay. Okay, so this boundary is a little bit different than what I read last time. So what I'm really feeling for you is when you in the past you've had a difficult time making boundaries for yourself, okay, which means that you didn't know how to say no. You were trying to get everything done. You were doing everything. You're not sleeping, that type of thing, because you're going, what else do I need to do? I need to do this. I need to do that, and so forth. Okay. So you definitely had to set those boundaries for yourself because your energy gets depleted, right? And then you're worn out. So you definitely need to continue with that. All right. Presently, mental repetition. Okay. Hold on, that's not what it says. I got to get my glasses with this cursive. Yeah, okay. So, and it does say repetition, but what I'm really feeling for you, okay, is because of your strong energy that it's everywhere. All right. What I'm feeling for you is, I don't know if you've ever hugged a tree. So what you need to do, now you may not want to do this at the park because people are going, what is she doing? So to get that energy back, because you are so in tune that you deplete your energy. And some days you need to ground yourself. That's why it's the chakra. Okay. So it's a red chakra and you got to ground yourself. And you can get energy from a tree. You can actually feel it. Okay. And sometimes whenever I do it, I get dizzy. So once you start getting dizzy, you need to kind of back off your energy or say, okay, I've got enough energy. That's enough. But definitely hug those trees because that will help center you. Okay. All right. So what you need to make it into a habit, and I love all these different colors. I mean, you're just all over the place, girl, is unconditional love. Okay. So hold on. Okay. So unconditional love. So this is what you do is you give unconditional love for everybody. And again, you've got to have some boundaries. So when you give that unconditional love, okay, don't expect anything from it. Okay. Walk away. Don't get validation. Sometimes it's hard. You want to get validated, but continue to give the unconditional love and then walk away. Okay. You may not see the result of it. Just know that you're planting the seeds and that you're doing a fantastic job spreading that spiritual love. Okay. So I hope, Angela, that this helps you in love and light. Carry on, my dear. You've got some wonderful energy and such love. So just continue on, but remember to definitely ground yourself. Okay. That is something we all need to do as spiritual leaders. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do another number. I'm trying to Oh, sure. Okay. Oh my gosh. If I can remember, I just wish I had a deck. This one I'm kind of going blank on. I'll have to, and I can put in the comments later. I am using Mystic Wisdom. Okay, that's the first deck that I've used. And then the second deck, the third deck that I haven't used yet is Cosmic Dancer. And then whenever I switch cameras, it's Lenormand cards. Okay. And Lenormand cards are more for specific questions. Okay. And Angela, yes, I haven't picked a number yet, guys. Okay. I'm not going to look. Well, why don't we, I look, so let me restart it. So let me pick a number real quick and then I'll read what she said. Okay. So I want you to hold on. Okay, go ahead and pick a new number, the two that just went on. Cassie and Penny, go ahead and pick a new number. Because I don't want that influencing me. Okay, so, and yes, I'm going to, okay, you're welcome, Angela. Okay, so yeah, current grounding, absolutely. And definitely the message that you got today and you feel like it helped you, just thank Spirit and say thank you so much for that message. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. Next time I need to kind of pace myself and say, don't put the number yet. Okay. Now I have to do some math, man. Y'all making me work. Okay. Interesting. I'm just making sure I don't leave anything out. Okay. Okay, Sylvia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. Okay, you're a mind reader because it's 16. And I crossed that out because I was kind of doing so it's Silva. Okay, so go ahead and either give me a question or a general reading. Yeah, once I can feel my energy getting up higher and higher. And sometimes this happens, and then, your mind just is all jumbled. So if you see me, okay, general, okay. So if you see me do jumbled things, you'll understand. Okay. Okay. So it's interesting because just checking to see which decks I need to use for you. And it's saying Cosmic Dancer, the one that, and I heard the one you haven't used yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. And the Cosmic Dancer is, and I absolutely love this deck. It's like kicking you in the butt. Move, move, do it, do it. Don't think twice about it, okay? Okay, I'll tell you what I got in just a few minutes. I'll tell you just a little bit. I don't know if you have a stubborn streak or not, but that's what I'm feeling. It's like, me move? I'm not going to move. Make me. So I don't know if I'm describing you or not, but for some reason, I'm just feeling that. Okay, so, all right. So in the past, and this is so hard, is you're learning how to surrender and trust. And this is the most difficult thing that, spiritual leaders, anybody has to do, especially on your life journey. If something happens and you're going, I wasn't expecting that. You've learned how to surrender and trust, okay? Letting go. So presently, what you're doing is you're improvising. Oh, a little bit stubborn, maybe through survival mode. Okay. So right now, what you're doing is you're improvising. Okay. And this is, I think, why I got out, that sometimes you can be stubborn, because what you're doing, and it can be a good thing, because what you're doing is you're analyzing. And sometimes we have to analyze and figure out what we're going to do next. And sometimes that's best. You got to sit with it and not do an impulsive thing. So definitely learn how to improvise. I think that's what you're doing, and you're doing a great job with it. And then once you figure out what direction you need to go, devote to it. Okay. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Okay. Put your heart into it. Love it, love it, love it, and go that direction. Okay. Because remember, you've had to surrender and trust. And sometimes you don't know what's going to be next. You're going to learn how to improvise and devote to it. Okay. Once you get in your mind and you feel that intuition kick in, move that direction. Okay. All right, my dear Sylvia. I hope that this helps you, and love and light. Carry on. Yeah, get stubborn can be good. I mean, a lot of people say, it's not, no, sometimes it can be an excellent thing to have. Because sometimes people have to be stubborn, and because you speak your truth that way. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and pick another number. If you're new, this is how we're looking at readings, is pick a number between 1 and, you know what? Wait. Let's switch it. Let's do, okay, because we've been sticking with the same numbers. Let's be doing it between 50. Okay. I'm going to switch it though. Hold on. I know you are going to get so mad at me. Numbered between 50 and 75. 50 and 75. I just want to change it up, okay? So now pick a number between 50 and 75. Okay. Oh, it's close this time. Okay. Okay, I wrote it kind of small so that I could remind myself between 50 and 75. And then I was doing my addition. Okay, so the number was 66. I don't know if you can see that. 66. So Sherry, you were 2 points away. Okay, so 68. So Sherry, I'm going to go ahead and do a general with you. And I love how you spell your name. Okay, so Sherry, what I want you to do, okay, is take a deep breath. Okay, I just need you, and just kind of, again, surrender to the process. And because I'm feeling with you, I don't know why I had to, but I had to like put my cards very cleanly and everything. And so a lot of times you don't want people in your energy. So if you don't mind, okay, open it up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to do the spiritual, what I feel spiritual is the mystic wisdom. Okay. And I always tell people I love using cards. I love to read energy, but I also love to use cards as a extension of my intuition, because a lot of times I don't read what the card says. I look into it. Okay. All right. Okay. And I'm sorry if I'm loud. When I just realized I was clearing my throat, and I've got the microphone right next to my throat. So I apologize for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and discover your courage. I love this. So dragon, okay? So just think about, and what I'm really feeling with you, because I think you get triggered a lot, and I'm kind of feeling you still have some issues that you're having to deal with from the past. And you've really had to find your courage to get through it, kind of that stubborn streak that we were talking about. So make sure you continue to do that. Find your courage, okay? And once you find your courage in life, you find purpose. And that's exactly what you need to do, okay? Is definitely find that courage, because I'm still feeling that you're still working through a lot of issues. Okay, and this animal bond card is a little bit different. What this means is whenever you're going through something, it kind of triggers something that going, you know what? I want to help other people advocate for something. And that is how you're going to make the world a difference. Okay. So, whatever you're going through right now, you're going to be able to help others get through whatever they're going through. Okay. And you may be able to get these people together. And I don't know if, you already are talking to people that have gone through the same thing that you have, you're advocating. And so if you haven't, that's what you need to do. Okay. And knowledge. So definitely seek the knowledge that you need to continue, okay, with whatever you want to advocate for. And you might have to do some thinking, okay? Think about what you really want to do to change the world. And there again, it's going to give you the courage, and it's going to give you the purpose that you need in your life. All right. So I hope that helps you in Live and Light, my dear. All right. And again, and I know that I talked about earlier is joy, find joy in your life, and that will also give you the purpose. Okay. All right. So let's see, I can get in. Let's do another one. Okay. And we're going to be, let me write down the number and then I'll say, okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead and pick a number between 50 and 75. 50 and 75. Oh, you're welcome, Sherry. You're welcome. $50 and $75. All right. Okay. All right. So what I want you to do, okay, so it's very interesting. I got two of y'all now. Okay. Y'all did the same. I don't know if you're the same person, but 56 is what I was putting. Okay. So Facebook user, you need to let me know your name, 62. And Penny, I'm going to go ahead and do you first. let me know if you, and these will probably be the last two because we're getting close to the hour. And so I'm going to move really fast after this. Okay. So, so Facebook user, if 62, I don't know if it's Penny or the same one, but let me know, Penny, what type of reading you want, if it's general or if you have a specific question. And as we get closer, oh, general, okay. Okay. All right. So Lori, I'll do you next. Okay. Okay, Penny, I'm feeling that we need to look at your chakras. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay. It's very interesting. And I'll just let you know, sometimes I'm getting a ringing in my right ear. So, and a lot of times that signifies angels talking. So I don't know if you talk to angels or if you do, continue and listen. So if your ear is ringing, make sure that they're trying to get your frequency up higher. Okay. So I love this. And what I'm really feeling for this is something that you have had in the past is acceptance. Okay. And this is you accepting you for who you are. Okay. You've had a difficult time accepting yourself. And I think you've done a great job. You need to ride that wave and accept yourself. Okay. Presently, what you need to do, sensitivity. Okay. So you need to remember presently that you are very sensitive. You're an empath. Okay. Make sure you take care of that side of you. Okay. And make sure that you set up those boundaries. You take care of yourself when you start really feeling overwhelmed, is when you need to kind of take some time out for yourself. And then what you need to remember, okay, so in the future, and this is a habit, reawaken. So you're going to have several different spiritual awakenings. Okay. Just know it's going to happen. And when you do have those spiritual awakenings, you're going to get emotional again and, you know, all this trauma. Yeah. So make sure you take care of yourself when you go through those spiritual awakenings. All right. So what I'm going to pinpoint to you is a lot of, and I don't know if you can see the true color, but the chakra that it's really looking at is your heart chakra. Okay, so make sure you speak your truth and you love yourself. Okay, that love. Okay, and let go. All right. So the heart chakra is something that you really need to work on. So I'm going to leave you with that, Penny, and love and light. And I hope you have a fantastic week. Okay, so Lori, let's get to you. All right. I'm feeling more spiritual with you, Lori. Okay. More of the spiritual cards. Gosh, I can't shuffle. Okay. Okay, top. Okay. All right. So, and this is what I was feeling before I even pulled this card. Follow your intuition. This is something that you've really had to work on in the past because you're so analytical. It's like, that's not my intuition. That's not coincidence. You know, that, you know, there's something happening and you're trying to overanalyze. The ego keeps getting in your way. And so that's something that you've had to work on. And I feel like you still need to continue on, right? And follow your intuition. The next card you're going left. Trust your intuition. So this is presently what you need to work on is trusting that intuition. Let go and trust it. Okay. Let it happen. Now, to make it into a habit, learn from those who inspire you. So because you're working on your your intuition, you need to find somebody that you can talk to, a peer, maybe a spiritual teacher. Say, what can I do to really, follow and trust my intuition? That's what you need to do. Okay. So try to make it a habit and really seek how you can trust that knowledge and the intuition that you're getting, because you're going to be good, girl. Okay. You're going to be fantastic, but you got to trust it. That's the first step. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in today again. Next week she will be here and hopefully I can come on as a guest. So Deidre will be here. And I, again, really feel your love. Make sure you accept everything in your life and put that joy in there. Buy those flowers, buy a tree, make yourself happy, be joyful, accept you as you are. So, with that, y'all have a lovely week and I send you much love.